MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the LA Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and guys, the Giants are looking to break out the brooms here at home.
Yeah, and to sweep this team right here would be a huge momentum boost. It is not easy to sweep a series. I don't care if it's 3 games or 4 games. I think back to Bobby Cox. His big thing was you just want to win series. 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. But when you have a chance to sweep a team, you have to take advantage of it.
Kevin Gausman will be the man on the mound for the G-Men. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Gausman's a guy that can sink the ball pretty well. His mid-90s fastball. His best out pitch is that split finger. He's kind of been a guy that's bounced around between the starting rotation and back to the bullpen. It's never been a question about his arm. Former first-round draft pick by the Baltimore Orioles. If this guy's throwing strikes, he can be awfully tough to hit.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Mookie Betts stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Danny DeRosa, this Giants team, as they begin play here this afternoon. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, DeRosa? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Into the box, Justin Turner, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He'll come in here at 259. 10 home runs and 22 RBIs. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
You know, Kenny Jansen, DeRosa, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss. You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Turner in front at 3 balls and a strike. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Batting third, the shortstop, Corey.
Next to dig in, Corey Seeger. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. He's set and the pitch. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Betts on second, Turner at first with no outs. And he misses again, 2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Two-0 count, the pitch. The count now at 2-1. Grounded down the third baseline. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And they'll be left with no play as that's going to load the bases now on what should be ruled an infield single.
To say this game has not started the way the pitcher wanted it to would be an understatement to say the least, but he can't worry about the mistakes he made here. He just has to get himself out of it. Easier said than done as the cleanup man steps in next.
So here's Cody Bellinger. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves. Line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Popped him up. Belt has room in foul territory. 2 gone.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 11, A.J. Pollock.
So our situation has the bases loaded, 2 men out. And up next, the center fielder, A.J. Pollock. First offering on its way.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
Here's the 1-1. Pitch popped up. Belt in foul ground. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. So a bit of a rocky start there as they're able to load the bases on him, but he's able to wiggle his way out of it. It's the Dodgers nothing with the Giants coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Clayton Kershaw, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Stepping up is Donovan Solano. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Lofted in the air out to right field. There to look it in his bets, and that's out number 1.
Batting second.
And here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Yeah, I think Mike Yastrzemski is a guy we need to key in on. He's been a catalyst for this team in the last 10 games and in so many different ways, but looking at the one number I'm looking at, a 450 on-base percentage, when you have that and you have the type of abilities that he has, you're awfully dangerous.
Austin Slater comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Hard hit to first. Reined in. A shuffle over to Kershaw covering to record the out.
Batting third, the right fielder,
Next to bat for the Giants, Mike Yastrzemski. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
1-0.
Swing and a liner. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The 1-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
The 1-1 home. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
Into the box now, Wilmer Florence. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Looking to make it 3 straight 2-out hits here. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. Ready with the 0-1. And he fouls this one off.
These are the moments right here. You got a good pitcher on the mound. You don't know if these opportunities are going to present themselves throughout the course of the game. You have to capitalize in this situation.
Ready on 0-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Yastrzemski at second. Dickerson on at first with 2 down. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2.
He really needs to find a pitch to put this guy away with right here, right now. He can't allow this inning to get any worse than it's already become.
Payoff pitch on its way. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Fouled away. Two down, runners at first and second. And it's fouled away. He set the payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Just hung in there on that one. Payoff pitch, and he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got 2 outs, and he wants to get that 3rd out as quickly and painlessly as possible, but that hitter makes him work his tail off, and he still loses him.
So in now for San Francisco, Casalli, and you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Now the first pitch. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Grounded up the first baseline. He's got it. And he'll take it to the bag himself. And a great job of pitching out of the bases-loaded situation as the side is retired. Giants leave them loaded. Still no score. And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncie. His career numbers against Kevin Gausman. He's a .300 hitter, 3 for 10. He also has 1 home run. Now the first pitch. Today's ball game provides the Giants with a chance to end the series on a very high note. A win completes the sweep.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
And that's taken up and in for ball 2. And on one hand, they can be happy they've got their ace on the mound for them in this sweep game, but on the other hand, they're tasked with facing an ace themselves.
It sure is. This is one of those games where you flip a coin heads or tails. 2 terrific starting pitchers, both teams firing their bullets. Their ace is going today. This should be a good one. He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Now Muncie with a swing and a deep drive to right. And splash down. It's into McCovey Cove. A solo shot down the line in right. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Stepping in now, Chris Taylor. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Of course, in order to achieve said sweep, they'll need to overcome this early 1-run deficit.
When you're playing as well as this team is right now, they've got them right where they want them. They're only down 1 early in this one, and when you've won a couple of games in a row already, you have that feeling you can certainly come back and win this one. Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2, swinging.
Count 1-2.
Swinging a high chopper on to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Batting 9.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
In now, Clayton Kershaw, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Mookie Betts. First offering on its way. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
The 0-2 delivery.
I got the count 1-2.
I could understand the first pitch being tough on the umpire to debate whether it was a strike or a ball, but no debating that last one. That thing was way off.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. 1 for the Dodgers on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 LA. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He'll be the one to start things here against Clayton Kershaw.
Evan Longoria.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
Now the 1-0. Is a fastball taken high for a ball.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And that's the first down.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And we get to watch one of the best right fielders in the game today. He brought home gold last year. We know a right fielder profiles as a huge offensive producer, but this guy covers a ton of ground all the way to the foul line with a strong throwing arm.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. As Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike 1. The average coming in, 257. 7 homers and 14 driven in. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
That's the ball.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Ew, was that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off-speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off-speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
To the plate now, Kevin Gausman. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Dodgers have the early 1-0 advantage as we play the second. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here. If I'm in the batter's box, I have to tell myself to stay back. I have to take pull side out of the equation, or that changeup's going to beat me.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Turner is there, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're down 1-0.
Welcome back to Oracle Park, home of the Giants, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. Entering the day, they rank in the upper echelon of several pitching categories, and that doesn't go unnoticed around the clubhouse. One of the position players told me, our pitching staff has a calming influence on the entire team. We know they're going to keep us in games, and flat out, they just get the job done, and that helps everyone play more relaxed and confident. It appears this group of pitchers is a real cornerstone of this ball club, guys.
Thank you, Heidi.
The third baseman, Justin.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1.
Hey.
1-0 pitch is a splitter in there, 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. This one's flared down the right field line. In there, a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Here's Corey Seeger as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling good.
Step on the bag for 1. Oh, look at the stop by Belt. Strong throw. He's out at second base. Unconventional base running, not paying off, and it's a double play.
Doesn't happen often throughout the course of the season, but right there, you talk about having awareness, taking advantage of a team that's maybe sleepwalking a little bit on the base pass. Unbelievable job to get 2 outs for the price of 1 in that situation.
First pitch of the AB now as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
The 1-0. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Slater is camped under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Dodgers go down quietly, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Donovan Solano.
Second baseman, Donovan.
Now here's the first offering.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
A ball and a strike to the Giants' leadoff man. Slater finds the zone for a strike. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. high and deep down the left field line. Another 2-2 offering. Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he's able to hang on for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Giants center fielder ahead with a 2-0 count. One out, nobody on. Slider taken for a called strike. 2-1. Two and 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Kershaw delivers a 2-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty impressive. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Mike Yastrzemski digging in at the plate. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Giants down in order. It remains 1-0. And welcome back to San Francisco as we send it down to Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Here now is Will Smith. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch coming, here it is. As he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. Big velocity up and in for a strike, too. I mean, you saw this guy flinch at the plate. He was thinking that buzzed the tower, but then to get it popped to strike is tough.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Next up for Los Angeles, A.J. Pollock popped into foul ground his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to make an adjustment. You could tell this guy's been struggling with the bat in his hands. He's got a lot of frustration. He's gripping the bat too tight. He needs to relax, take a deep breath, and have a productive AB right here.
That misses 2-0.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
The 2-0 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Back goes Yastrzemski. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. All right, so time for the Giants' Road to the Show report as we see a couple of prospects who are playing very well in the upper minors. Next up is Max Muncie, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Now the 1-0. On a rope to the second baseman, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
The batter number 3, second baseman, Chris Taylor.
Next for the Dodgers, Chris Taylor grounded out in his last at-bat. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40%. That's going to be something he's going to need to clean up moving forward.
Taylor behind 0-2 the count.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
The 0-2 home. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Dodgers lead 1. They lead it 1-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Alex Dickerson. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First offering on its way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
now to the plate, Wilmer Florence. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll enter play here at 304. 3 homers and 17 RBIs. The windup and the 0-1. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. And this is strike 3 called. Make it 5 straight punch-outs. 2 away now.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
At the plate, Casalli. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now here's the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Giants catcher.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next will be the pitcher, Clayton Kershaw.
The pitcher, number 22, Clayton Kershaw.
Set. Here it comes. Fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Pitch on the way.
1-0.
One and 1 to count. And now a pitch on the way. One run, 4 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Here now the 2-2. Down the left field line and deep. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. And it's gone into the arcade section. A solo home run there for Mookie. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
At the plate now, Justin Turner. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Next up, Corey Seeger. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
Now the first pitch. Hit in the air down the left field line. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches, anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now here it comes. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Count remains 2-2.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the 3rd strike, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. But the Dodgers add on courtesy of this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's now 2-0 LA. And welcome back to San Francisco as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading up for the Giants, the 3rd baseman, Longoria.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Evan Longoria is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Longoria.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now the 2-1 pitch is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Now to bat, Brandon Belt. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Betts has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The pitcher, Kevin.
Mauricio Dubon will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Who's hitting for the Giants? Number 1, Mauricio Dubon.
First offering on its way as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-0 home.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
1-1. Line drive, base hit down the line. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores it. Then who knows what kind of role they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Stepping in now, Donovan Solano, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. This is on the ground over the first. Right to him. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Next to hit, Austin Slater. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Now the first pitch, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Longoria at third. Dubon at second with 2 gone. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance.
No, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Ready on 0-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this.
just want a love
Caleb Berriger takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 45, Caleb Berriger.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and here comes Cody Bellinger. First pitch coming, here it is. Fouled away. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. All even now, 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box now, Will Smith. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Berriger features one of the biggest yackers in the game. Curveball's got a ton of movement. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
The left fielder, number 11, A.J. Pollock.
In now, A.J. Pollock. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. No hits to this point. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Runners on first with 1 down. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. And another foul ball. Ready to deliver the 1-2. This is line to left, and that's in there, base hit.
That was actually a well-executed fastball in off the plate. Credit the offensive player. He smelled that coming, turned and burned.
Max Muncie will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. We'll flash you back and take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First pitch on the way as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
One and one to the Dodgers' first baseman. Outside, 2-1.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
First and second now, one man out. Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Lifted down the line in left. Heading after it is Dickerson. He gets there, and that's the second out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Now batting, second baseman, Chris Taylor.
Stepping in next, Chris Taylor. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Good break to that one, and he's in command, 0-2.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 men are on with 2 men out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
The 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Fouled off. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. High and deep down the left field line.
Just not able to let that breaking ball travel enough right there. You could see his eyes light up when that popped out of the pitcher's hands, and he just hooked it foul.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Dodgers strand a couple, but they're on top 2-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and now stepping in is Mike Yastrzemski.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now, but this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
That's inside. 2-0. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
Into the windup and the pitch.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
And he fouls this one off. The 3-2 one more time. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, when you go with a slider there on a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Alex Dickerson, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
First pitch of the AB on its way. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
He'll take that first pitch strike all day long. If they're going to take 0-0, he's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
Fouled away. Yastrzemski gets his lead at first, nobody out. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
So now to the plate, Wilmer Florence. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. That evens it up, 1-1. High set by Kershaw, now the pitch. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. The 1-2. Hit high and deep out to left. Back goes Pollock to the track, to the wall. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 4th home run for him on the season. And the Giants have come back to knock this one up at 2 apiece.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
At the plate, Casalli. As he'll lift it up in the air, this is back behind second. Taylor takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, third baseman, Evan Longoria.
At the plate now is Evan Longoria. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Longoria waiting on the 1-0.
Ball 2. 2-0.
He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Bellinger able to track it down for the 3rd out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. The 9 1-2 hitters due up to start the 7th, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Jacob Amaya is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
52, Jacob Amaya.
First pitch on its way. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one.
Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Strike taken up in the zone.
He must know something we don't know. That was a center cut heater with count leverage in a big spot. I don't understand why he's taken.
2-2.
Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Lifted in the air to center. Slater's under it. One down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Now back to the top of the Dodgers order. Digging in, Mookie Betts. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First pitch on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
The windup and the 0-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Justin Turner.
Now to the plate, here is Justin Turner. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. First offering on its way. Too high, 1-0. Now here's the pitch. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Dustin May will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
For Los Angeles, number 85, Justin.
Now to the plate, Brandon Belt. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Leading up for the Giants, the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. One ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman. And it's fouled away. The 1-2.
Ball, that pitch is out.
he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch-out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Tommy La Stella will come on as a pinch hitter to try and make an impact with one away.
Tommy La Stella.
First delivery to him. As he'll take a look at ball one. The average right at 280 coming in. 4 home runs and 17 RBIs. The 1-0 home. Fouled off.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Into the box, Donovan Solano. He swings and lines it to left. Pollock gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. Giants down in order. Score remains 2-2.
Yes, I'm never stop me from being a good wager. I get respect from
Jake McGee has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 17, Jake McGee.
Here's Corey Seeger. His individual history against Jake McGee. Just a 1-for-12 career line. First pitch coming, here it is. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course, with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games, back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Here's the 1-1 delivery, and he fouls this one off.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. A bouncer up the middle. Flores has it. On to first, and that's an important first out to start the 8th here. All right, so let's turn to show track for a more in-depth look at that one. Good reaction, great range, and a nice backhanded stop, and the jump throw with a lot behind it all the way across the infield for the out. The numbers don't lie, and that was pretty spectacular. Cody Bellinger at the plate now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. McGee comes set. Here he comes 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. That misses. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Standing in now, Will Smith.
Outside,
As he
that's
will
ball.
look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
2 out, nobody on. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Two and two to the Dodgers catcher.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
The set and the 2-2. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Now at the plate, here is Austin Slater. His career numbers in this matchup, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. First offering on its way. As he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. And he misses again, ball 3.
Well, that's ball 3. The Giants right now are looking for base runners. They'd love to start this inning with the leadoff walk.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Striding in is Mike Yastrzemski. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First offering. Sinker's in there. No balls and a strike.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Now the 2-1. Count even at 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And he misses with it, ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now. Luis Basabe will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And into bat next, it'll be Alex Dickerson. From the stretch. Hold hard, but it's fouled down the first base side. Behind 0-2 now. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Bellinger is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. Digging in will be Wilmer Florence. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's 1 for 3. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one. In his career, Flores hits a little over the 270 mark. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Ball 2. The 2-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Grounded back up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play. So now here is Casalli. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A 1-0 delivery. This is hit high and deep out to left. Back goes Pollock. Unbelievable! A home run. I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one as they open it up to 6-2 now.
And they complete the comeback with a flourish, going deep with a grand slam to take the lead. You don't get style points in this game, but I'd give them some if I could hand some out.
Blake Trinan answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble.
Up next to the Giants, the third baseman, Evan.
To the plate now, Evan Longoria. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
The 2-0 on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. On the move is Betts, and no one will track it down. The 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3. On deck, the left-handed hitting Brandon Belt. The 3-1 pitch. Four runs here in this half inning. A swing and a miss there by Longoria as he can't connect, and that's a big second out now.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box now, Brandon Belt, as he'll reach for one and come up empty for the first strike. Career against Blake Trinan. He's gone 2 for 6. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2. And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
There's the heavy sinker right there. What makes that pitch so difficult to hit is not only does it change eye levels, it actually changes plane. You go to hit it at one position, and it's 6 to 8 inches dropping off the table and chasing your hands.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Fouled away. The 3-2 one more time is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. But the damage was done right here as you get another look at the grand slam home run. Last chance coming up here for the Dodgers. It's now 6-2. Luis Basabe will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field, number 53,
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Matt Whistler will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Brandon Crawford will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring up A.J. Pollock. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. The Giants are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball, you're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now. And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They're all out in full force, coming to the ballpark, hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Max.
Now at the plate, Max Muncie. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box. And they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. A grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue this nice offensive approach.
Next, it'll be Chris Taylor. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Now here's the first offering. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
Now a check swing, but did he go around? He did, says Mike Fillmore, and it's strike 1. Pollock, the runner at third. Muncie is at second with nobody out. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 6-3 contest.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
Tyler Rogers takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 71, Tyler.
Zach Rex will grab a bat and pinch hit now, and he'll be looking for at least a fly ball as he's got a runner at third and only 1 away. First offering. The tying run standing on deck, which means he'll be looking to get on base any way he can. And it's fouled away. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
One out and a runner on third. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Breaking ball misses the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Fouled off. Pulled toward right center field. Musabe has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he will score ahead of the play, and that'll close the gap to 2. It's 6-4 now.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
So the next to bat will be Mookie Betts. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch on its way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. 2 outs in the 9th. The last thing you want to do is walk a guy and bring the tying run to the plate.
Here it is, the 3-0. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
So stepping in is Justin Turner. His prior history versus this arm, he's gone 3 for 4. He's set and the pitch. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset a closer can have is short-term memory. And this situation calls for it right here. He's got to forget that he has any traffic on a base pass and just attack the zone.
Behind 0-2 now. And a big orange and black wave gets up now. 41,503 fans strong. And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. He's got it, and the Giants break out the brooms at home and sweep their division rivals.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots. This one was a fun one to watch.
6-4 the outcome today. San Francisco posted 4 runs in the 8th on the way to victory. Jake McGee claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Giants, 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Dodgers, 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 18 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 41,915. The Giants thank you for attending today's game at Oracle Park. And